I think we haven't done this in quite a long time, where I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes to how I launch something, creating the marketing assets for it, and then handing it off to the team. Now, typically, this will take me fairly quickly when it comes to shooting the videos and the marketing assets. But I thought to myself, rather than just doing it, why not show you guys behind the scenes how I do it, okay?
This is a pretty rare video where you get to see behind the scenes to how I think about strategizing, launching and executing a whole new funnel from scratch, and basically shooting all of the assets and the marketing that's required for it in one go. In this video, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes to something that I did behind the scenes for my group and the coaching community, to walk you through how I think about shooting the videos, the scripting of it, all the way to the ad creation, to the messaging, to how I think about the hooks, to creating the offer, the sales video, and doing that all in one go. So if you're somebody that wants to be able to see behind the scenes to how you too can be creating all of your marketing assets for your next launch and doing it in one take, this video is a video that you want to watch till the end. All right, let's begin.
It's been quite a while since I've taken you behind the scenes to how I launch and a new offer, as well as how I think about it together with the creation of the assets. So today, this is where I want to be able to invite you to do it together with me, if you would. And also, you may not necessarily do all of the steps with me, but it could be just picking the ones that is relevant to you. I call it the funnel launch assets. When you need to launch a new offer, a new funnel, a new something, right? What actually happens? Okay, so the first thing that happens is we will first initially have a meeting on what the big picture is. Okay, so this has obviously taken place before this call. And the big picture would be the funnel type. It will include the price points, it will include the offer, it would include what the upsells are, what the downsells are, if any, if there's a payment plan, it would include what's on the confirmation page, and ultimately a map out of all of the funnel steps, okay, which we have done. Now, once that's done, the next thing that's required is for all of these funnel steps that's required, there would be a separate task or list for it in a specific software. So before this, for many years, we utilized Trello. So Trello would have the checklist of all of different funnel pages of what needs to be done together with the assets. About 2 years ago, we migrated most of our stuff over to ClickUp, because Trello is very user-friendly, but if you want the more advanced stuff as you start to scale, there are some limitations to it and sometimes it breaks. ClickUp, I would say, is a little bit harder to use, but when it comes to project management, or when it starts involving a lot of people and you want to start creating different checklists and systems and processes, it's a little bit more robust. Okay, so ultimately then what happens is there will be the task inside ClickUp for us that literally lists down all of the different deliverables, right? So for example, the funnel, it might require the long form sales copy, it might require the sales video, it might require tech to integrate it with the payment processor, right? So this is where, if you attended our last implementation week, last weekend, I showed you how like the team lists down like every single thing in the form of a checklist. We even gave you the handout of how that might look like, where one page you might have 23 things to check from, right, to make sure that it's finalized. So our focus here today is to be able to show you what that looks like once the steps are determined. Okay, I'm going to shoot it. I purposely saved today's session so that I can shoot it together with you, so that you can do it together with me, but customizing it to your market. Okay, so let's go behind the scenes to show you how I go about this. Okay, so typically what happens is my team will tag me on ClickUp, okay, on the different tasks that requires me. Okay, so we are about to launch a new live in-person event funnel. Okay, now my goal here is to be able to be pretty much the first in this part of the world, in Asia, to be able to be constantly doing AI, to be at the forefront of utilizing AI in the sales process and ultimately getting people into sales process. So I want to be able to show you behind the scenes to what's in the works in order for us to make that happen, and how you can model this. Okay, so right now my team, they've tagged me for different tasks, right? The first thing we would do is we would like list down what are the funnel steps. Okay, so typically for this specific funnel, this would be a sales page, right? So this means that there's a video over here. We might split test one with a video, one without a video. Okay, now typically for this, because it is a paid event, it's not a free event, typically a video might increase conversions, but either way, we'll all split test. The first thing is video versus no video. Okay, then after that, there would be some sort of upsell, and then after that, there would be the confirmation page, and that's pretty much it, right? Pretty straightforward. It's a 3-step funnel. So what will happen is inside Trello or ClickUp, they would tag me for these different tasks, and all I got to do is to shoot the video, and then the team will render it, and they will post the link of the file inside either the Trello board or the ClickUp board. Okay, so that the person who takes over after that, whether it's the digital marketing team to embed the video or tech, will be able to take it from there, right? So today, what is our focus then? Our focus is to show you how I go about it every time I have a task like this, so that whether you are a solopreneur or whether you have a team, you'll be able to model that train of thought and implement it the way we do it, right? So that's our game plan. How will you apply this? Okay, I want you to start thinking about whether it's your next offer, your next launch. Think about the funnel steps, because sometimes I can tell you just these steps alone, for some people they take months doing it. Okay, months, and it's after a few months it's still not done yet. Okay, my goal here is to show you how I typically get it done in less than 20 minutes. Okay, I typically get it all done within 20 minutes, maybe 30. But of course, for the purpose of this exercise, we'll be going longer because I'm going to be coaching you. I'm going to be giving you the scripts. I'm going to breaking it down to what it is that I do, and you'll do it together with me. I will always begin with the sales page first, because that kind of builds up to everything. So real quick, we're not going to go deep into this because you guys have been on numerous trainings, especially the recent one on the sales video. So whether you missed it or not, you will be able to. So quick refresher, okay? Quick refresher for all sales pages, sales videos. What's a good open that you can never go wrong with? This is where you guys are teaching me, right? What's a good open? Okay, you guys should know this if you've been on enough coaching calls, enough events. Okay, good. So we're going to start off with some sort of urgent problem, okay? Once we've defined the urgent problem, what are we going to do? Okay, this should be fairly quick. I'm not going to go deep in this. What happens? Okay, what's the second piece? Who can tell me what's number 2? Okay, urgent solution as well. So this will be a unique solution, right? A unique solution to the problem. Okay, once we've defined the problem and the solution, what's the third one? Okay, number 3. Anyone here? Okay, educate. Educate what? Okay, great. Okay, uplifting education. I'm always thinking about, can I teach them something that makes them go, wow, I didn't think about it that way. This is interesting. What's number 4? Real quick, okay? Quick refresher. Number 4 is user-friendly proposition. Hey, I've got a simple way to help you solve this problem. This is typically when you bring up the offer. And finally, number 5, what is it? Okay, CTA, right? The call to action, urgent call to action. I'm gonna ask Alvin to take the handheld camera, and you guys are gonna see behind the scenes to how I quickly do this. Okay. Now, sometimes I'm gonna show how you guys think about this. Okay. Sometimes I think about the basic script, and then I think about the addition that needs to go on top of it to make it maybe a little bit more interesting. Now, sometimes the basic script is good enough, but if I want the thing to be fancy, this is where sometimes I can brief the team on like the direction, on the concept before the video starts. Okay, so for example, okay, Elvin, you can go ahead and come into the frame. So this Elvin, he's gonna be shooting this video here today. You guys get to see behind the scenes. And typically, whenever I shoot a video, this is where you might want to give a specific brief first. Okay, so let's say, okay, Elvin, we can start shooting this video. Okay, so I will look at the camera, and the first thing I might say would be, okay, so for the concept of this video, I would like the video open to have a B-roll where you would actually type in to ChatGPT saying, who is Peng Joon? Okay, and as ChatGPT gives that result out there, okay, you would actually take the result of the B-roll and put it somewhere inside the open as I'm introducing myself. Okay, that's one. Another thing that I might do is I would like you to take my voice and bits and pieces of it, change it to some notable personality. Okay, so I might say maybe, and this is me presenting in Donald Trump's voice. Okay, so maybe Donald Trump, maybe Eminem, maybe Kanye, and we'll think of a few. Okay, so Obama, Joe Biden, to be fair, have a little bit balance over there. So whatever, okay, so if I utilize that, put that in there so that people can see it's a little bit more engaging. Okay, now pause 1 second. So what am I doing over here? What you want to be thinking about is, how can you spice up the video to make it more interesting? Now, I've always shown you guys the basic script, but now you guys can see behind the scenes to how I brief my team in order to spice things up. Okay, so I also like to make it so that the first 3 seconds is there's some sort of pattern interrupt. Okay, so maybe I might stand over here so that the open they see this thing. Okay, all right, okay, take one, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2. Right now there's an urgent problem that is happening in pretty much every single sector, every single industry, every single niche. What is that? It's this. It's like Terminator, except that it's taking most jobs, and believe me, it's just a matter of time where at least 50% of jobs in about 12 months from now will be replaced by AI or a robot. Now, what does this have to do with you? This means that it is either going to be the best of times for some people or the worst of times. Why? If you think about pretty much anything, whether it's writing, whether it's programming, whether it's design, whether it's creative, whether it's getting ideas, whether it's doing something more effectively or efficiently, right now a robot can do that. So that means if you are trained on how to utilize it to your advantage, you're going to be a lot more productive, whether you're a business owner or whether you're an employee, because if you're not utilizing AI as part of what it is that you do on a daily basis, you will be replaced by someone else who is doing it. So what does this mean for you? Right now, I want to be able to show you how you can utilize AI right now, regardless of whether you have a business or whether you don't, because AI truly is something that has leveled the entire playing field. Now, I want to be able to show you here on this whiteboard what are some of the things that you could be doing in order to utilize AI to grow your business, if you have one, or if you don't have one, how you can get started and utilize AI. So I always think about scaling businesses utilizing one of these 4 components. The first one is, how can you double the amount of leads that you get in a specific business? So with AI, how can you double the amount of leads? Guess what? AI can write your social media posts. In fact, it can even think about all of your different social media post ideas. And guess what? They don't just think about the different angles, they can even write it in the style of somebody. In fact, right now, I'm utilizing AI to change my voice and to transform it into Donald Trump's voice. So right now, I am literally presenting, like, how is this even possible? This AI is going to be the biggest, most amazing thing ever. How's that possible? That's AI. I could utilize AI to present it in Kanye's West voice. This is literally Kanye's West. We literally put it into an AI model, and AI is able to transform that into somebody else's voice. So this could be a celebrity. Guess what? This could even be your own voice. I just got AI. I've put in 20 minutes of training into an AI model, and right now you are listening to AI presenting it in Peng Joon's voice. Guess what? I'm not going to move my lips right now, and for the next 10 seconds, this next sentence is by AI. Now, I know that what you just heard isn't exactly the same as my voice. Why? Because I could have trained it longer. But guess what? We are still so close. What if AI could replace and help you replace your social media managers, your content writers, and or at least help them to become a lot more effective and productive when it comes to social media and content creation. And guess what? It's not just content. That this also comes down to graphics, creatives. You take a look at this entire page. Guess what? Most of the images that's created on this page was done by AI as well. And that brings us to the second piece of the puzzle. If you want to be able to utilize AI to grow your business, the second piece of the puzzle is how can you utilize AI to increase your conversions? Now guess what? With AI, what if it was possible to utilize AI to go out there and reach audiences where it looks like you are actually reaching out to them when in fact it's all automated. So rather than sending a cold email that says, "Good evening, sir. I hope all is well. We are company name and we would love to be able to help you scale." Guess what? What if you could utilize AI to automatically go out there and scan their latest social media posts, look at their LinkedIn profile, and automatically create a targeted open so that it feels like you took the time to get to know their business when in fact it's all automated? Wouldn't you agree that that would increase your conversions? What if you could make that happen? So I'm just going to pause for a second. Now, before I reveal to you what the other two things are, this is where you probably can guess on the backdrop over here. This is where I want to be able to invite you to my upcoming event. This is going to be an in-person event, so I'm not going to be here at the studio. It's not going to be your typical virtual event. It is going to be a live in-person event called the Future of AI Summit. Now, to be clear, I know that this name Future of AI sounds like it's this technical thing that you might be learning coding or some really dorky 0 and 1s. Guess what? It's nothing like that. I don't know programming. I don't understand programming, but what I do understand is the utilization of AI in a business. Now, if that's you, I want to be able to urge you to look below the page. There's a ton of information in here in terms of where it is, the dates and time. But that's what this event is about. It is all about utilizing AI in your business. If you have one, to scale it to greater heights, or if you don't have one, how do you get started with one, creating AI offers that's literally crushing it right now? And that brings us to number 3. Okay, if you want to be able to grow your business utilizing AI, number 3 is all about increasing the frequency of how often an existing lead or customer comes back to your sales process. Why? Because if you can do that, you'll be able to double your business. Now, with AI as well, you can easily do that by creating. This could be things like creating a customer outreach campaign where you are shooting a piece of video where you do it once, but guess what? That could go out to your list of 30,000 people, 100,000 people, where literally the video says, "Hey, first name, thank you for being a part of offer name or product name in the past. I'm sending you this video right now because fill in the blank." Now, if you think about that, all I did earlier is I put in a specific tag, and guess what? Now I can actually take this piece of content and send it out to a list of people to get them coming back into a specific product or offer. But because it looks a whole lot customized to them, that's how you'll be able to increase the automation or frequency of how often a person comes back. And because if you can do that, if you double that, you'll double your business. And finally, how can you increase the average cart value, or how much an existing customer is worth every time they go through your sales process? Now, this could be things like your upsell, this could be like your downsells, your back end, your high ticket. And guess what? AI has got a ton of application in that department as well. So here's the deal. I truly believe that right now, the question is just, are you going to be equipping yourself with this knowledge and utilizing it in your business? Because here's how I see AI is being used right now. The way I think about it is, imagine if you had 1 100,000 people at your disposal, where they're the most brilliant writers, designers, creative people that work for you for 24/7 with no pay. That's what it is right now. In a way, it's modern day slavery, except that it's legal. And the question is, how are you utilizing this? Here's how most people are utilizing this. They're utilizing it as, hey, ChatGPT, help me write a blog post. That's what most people are using it for. Or help me write a social media post. If that's you, you're thinking way too small. When you come to this event, the Future of AI Summit, I'm going to be showing you how can you create, if you don't have a business, how can you create different offers based upon this? Could you create done-for-you services? Could you create software that requires no code? And that's the crazy thing. Right now with AI can code better than most programmers with a 5-year experience. You know how crazy that is? Heck, even AI, I asked AI to write a video script or an email as well as a Facebook ad in the voice and the tonality of Peng Joon. And guess what? AI wrote an ad in the voice of Peng Joon better than Peng Joon himself. Why? Because an AI, they don't get bored, they don't get tired, they're not fatigued. They're able to perform 24/7 with no mistake. So if you want to be able to take your business to greater heights, and when I mean greater heights, I'm talking about just slingshotting it to a different galaxy, get registered for this event. You probably know I don't do live in-person events often. This is going to be one of the very rare ones, but that's how important this topic is. Get yourself registered, and I look forward to seeing you there real soon. So you might notice I'm really just going through the different steps over here, right? There's literally nothing new really. I started off with an urgent problem. I said that people are going to be replaced. There's a unique solution. What's the solution? It's going to be either the best of times or the worst of times. So get yourself equipped with the knowledge. I came with something to teach, right? User-friendly proposition. I said, and by the way, get yourself registered. You'll notice there's an event coming up. Now you might notice that I intentionally didn't say things like where the event is, the price point. Why? Because I can replicate this in whatever country that I want to be able to use it in, right? Because I might replicate it in different countries. I didn't give a price point. I just said details out. So this thing now is evergreen. Now this is where again I say that speaking is always a balance between art and science. Okay, now what is science? The science is the structure, right? The structure is here. But when you practice enough times, you will reach a level of comfort where you will have the confidence to move things around because you know that you'll always be able to get back to the framework. Now, if you're new to this, just stick to this flow. Then I had some sort of user-friendly proposition and a slight call to action, and I came back over here. Why? Because I felt like I was teaching a little bit, but I wanted to tease them. Okay, again, it comes with experience, right? Is that what I'm asking you to do? No. I'm asking you to practice utilizing the framework, but with enough practice, that's when the art comes in. The art is your personality, this is your level of confidence, this is your weirdness, your eccentric side, your flavor, your personal flavor, and just injecting it in there, right? That's the art. And when you have the art in place with enough practice, this is when you're able to find your own way. So next one is that we're gonna shoot, it's gonna be fairly quick, is going to be the OTO1 video, okay? So now we are going to be doing this next, okay? And to make it open-ended, so one of the things that I mentioned is when you're shooting it and maybe you haven't finalized the page yet, right? So for me, like the funnel the design haven't even started yet, right? So what I'll typically do is I will not mention specifics inside the sales video. Why? Because I want to get functional first, okay? So we're gonna have Elvin up here again, okay? And this is where I always want to try and think it as like, how can I make it slightly different so that maybe the conversation, the background just feels like they're on a different step of the funnel, okay? So it could be, maybe I start over here, okay? So I'm going to be So Elvin, you'll stand over here. So Elvin's actually taking it from this side, this angle, so that it feels like it's a different step of a funnel. Okay. Sometimes I do that just to shift things up. So what I'll normally do as well is when there's a lot of different videos that's being shot, I will typically also brief the person on what this video is so that they'll be able to name it or tag it properly, because it could be buried with a ton of other raw videos in the same batch. Okay, so Elvin, whenever you're ready. Okay team, this video is for the OTO1 page of the Future of AI live event. Okay, beginning in, oh by the way, I haven't given you guys the script yet. I'll give you guys the script, but listen to my languaging as well as the flow, and then after that I'll deconstruct what it is that I did. Okay, take one in 5, 4, 3. I'm just trying to look there and see what's the name of the event again. Future of AI Summit. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Congratulations for getting a ticket to the Future of AI Summit. Hey, this is Peng Joon here again, and I'm super excited to be able to see you in person really soon. Now, one of the things that I want to be able to invite you to do is to be able to ask you and invite you to the upgrade of the VIP experience, where you'll be able to have front row priority seating by being able to enter and have early access to the room. Now on top of that, the VIP access, you'll also be able to get other resources, tools, the slides, as well as the workbooks to really help you make the most of this event. On top of that, if you want to be able to join the networking sessions and a private Q&A session just for VIPs, the full details of the entire offer is right below this page, but typically our most serious clients, as well as the people that get the most results out of these events, are the people that upgrade to VIP. So if you want to be able to get front row seating, priority seating, and get access to the room before other people, together with all of these other bonuses, and have real front row experience, just like how I'm doing this virtual event and these people are having front row experiences over here, click on this link below, upgrade your ticket to the VIP experience, and I'll see you there real soon. Okay, so notice how it's about 2 minutes long. Notice how I didn't really go into the details. I just said the full details is right below this video, and then I'll let the copy do the heavy lifting to explain item number 1, here's what you get, item number 2, here's what you get, item number 3, here's what you get. So this is where typically it's a fairly quick process, where now the team will just go to the ClickUp board and just check, right, OTO1 video is done, which is over here. Okay, so this is the OTO1 video. So notice what I did over here. The difference between an upsell page of a low ticket offer versus an event is that an event upsell doesn't need to mention the problem and the solution again, right? It is just, hey, congratulating them and then inviting them to just make the most out of that event. Now, this page over here is actually one of the most important pages for events, okay, the confirmation page. And the reason why the confirmation page is crucial is because this is what fuels long-term growth for us. So for you, what does this mean? Your confirmation page, there's a few things that you want to be able to do. It could be the case that you're probably not selling software, you could be doing something else, but the confirmation page is crucial for their show up. It is crucial to be able to include the invite to the Facebook group. I think that one of the things that I didn't take into account for a really long time doing virtual events is the power of getting people into one Facebook group. You guys heard me say it last weekend, which is basically the mistake I made was every time I did an event, I would put people in separate Facebook groups only to build up the engagement, and when the engagement starts to get warmed up, oh, we're closing the group because the event is over. So don't make the mistake that I made. I believe that the power is in sending people to one Facebook group, and that's something that we started doing. So for us, the confirmation, this is where you want to start thinking about what is the homework or the micro commitment you want people to do before they show up. Now, you've got two different options for this, okay? Now, for your funnel, if it's not a virtual event or a live event for that matter, Your confirmation page is to be able to pre-frame them for the next thing. Okay, so maybe it's a low ticket offer and it's not an event. What does this mean? It means that on your confirmation page, it's just, hey, congratulations for getting product name. One of the things that I want to be able to do is, because you just bought product name, I want to be able to invite you to this upcoming training, this upcoming masterclass that's exclusive just for buyers of product name, so that you can maximize your experience when this product arrives or as a result of buying this product. And guess what? This is when you can send them to the next thing in your value ladder, right? You can send them to the automated webinar. You can send them an invite to your to book a phone call, right? You could say, hey, congratulations buying product name. One of the things that we do for buyers is we want to be able to have a conversation to see if we can help you get faster results in less time, right? And because you bought this product, we want to be able to give you a free 25-minute strategy call. Here's what's going to happen at the end of this call, right? And then, yada, 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 call to action strategy call. So if you think about it, this confirmation page, what I'm showing you here is the thought process, right? It's not about events or live events. This just happened to be a live in-person event funnel. Your thought process is, it's basically linked to your value ladder. What is the next thing? Are you sending them to a high ticket? Are you sending them to a phone call? Are you getting them to an automated webinar, right? And this is where you increase how much a customer is worth to you. Okay, Elvin, let's bring Elvin up here again. And this is where I want to be able to show you how I think about confirmation pages. And after that, have you do it together with me, okay? So confirmation pages for you, as you guys are watching this, how can you implement this together with me? Is just, what is the next thing inside my value ladder that I want to get people on? Okay, confirmation page. Sometimes I might want to have some sort of prop. Let me step out of frame for a second, and then I am going to just have this prop over here, just to make things a little bit different. Okay, I'm looking around because it just looks a little bit dark. How's the lighting? Good. Okay, and then I might have, give me a second, I might want to prepare a chart to show them what to expect. Okay, you guys can't really see this, but I'm gonna put up like the sales process comparison feature chart with compared to like other tools and stuff like that. And then, as always, I'll brief the team first. Okay, so okay, we're good to go. Okay, we'll start shooting the video. It's rolling. Alright team, this video is for Future of AI confirmation page video. Below this video, there should be the usual of confirmation of the date and time and location of the event. So put that below the video so they can see. Below this page should also have the button to claim a free 14-day trial for sales process, together with all of the other bonuses mentioned, and have them to do that, and have a button embedded for them to do so. Okay, beginning in, I'm still trying to decide what this thing is doing here and connecting it with video, but it'll come to me. Okay, beginning in 5, 4. Oh, this thing's actually broken. 5, 4, 3, 2. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the page. Hey, this is Peng Joon here, and I'm super excited to be seeing you real soon. There's one last thing left that I want to be able to show you, and it's basically this. When you come to this event where I walk you through the utilization of AI in your business, whether it's help you get more leads to convert these leads to sales, or to be able to start a new business altogether that's based on AI, I want to be able to show you how you can make the most out of this with one final gift I have for you that's worth over $2,000. Now, what is that? Here's the thing. When it comes to AI and tools are just, well, things that you can use that may not necessarily end up in monetization. So, for example, utilizing ChatGPT to write content. Yes, you can help you write articles, blog posts, social media, but how does it actually help you make money, more sales, or more leads? Or things like tools like creating graphics, whether it's Midjourney or DALL-E or any other platforms. We are going to be exploring those tools, but again, they're just tools. They just help you make images. How would creating an image translate to more money, more income, more sales? This is where this event makes it different and unique. It's not just about AI platforms, but the integration of AI in your business and in your sales process. So this is where I want to be able to urge you to go to and open up a free 14-day trial with salesprocess.com. Now, in full transparency, I am the owner and founder of salesprocess.com, and I'm just going to scroll down to show you what this software actually does, okay? And it's basically this. It is an all-in-one tool in marketing to help you with email, SMS, building your funnels, your websites, your call tracking, survey and forms, booking appointments, customer relationship management. If you want to be able to sell courses, if you want to be able to track and manage your reviews so that it improves your ranking on search engines and improving your reputation. Now, typically, if you were to get individual softwares that does this, they typically cost about $99 to about $297 for each of these individual features. Well, Sales Process is an all-in-one software that makes that happen. And what my goal here is this. My goal here is to be able to show you all of our best techniques, our best strategies of utilizing AI, but also integrating it with Sales Process. So here's what I want to be able to do. I literally want to be able to bribe you to open a free 14-day trial account together with over $2,000 in bonuses as a gift for registering to the Future of AI Summit. We'll list down all these bonuses below the page, but that's all you gotta do if you want to be able to make the most out of this event so that we can show you how to utilize AI tools and then link it with your sales process so that you'll be able to get more leads, more sales, more profits, more revenue, and more reach. That's all you gotta do. Open a free 14-day trial account. I hope you're prepared. I hope you're excited for the event. I would like you to set your expectations high because we're gonna massively exceed them. Okay, so notice what I did over here. This is a video getting people excited, but also prepping them on the next step of the funnel. The more interesting thing now would be to move on to the next thing. So typically once I've created the funnel videos and the assets, the next thing that I will do is now I will start thinking about the ads, okay? Now, how many of you here would like to be able to see how I think about just knocking out ads after ads after ads after ads? A good way to start thinking about ads that is beyond just, you know, the boring old, hey, buy my shit type of ad, right? Where there's some sort of interesting education or value or entertainment associated with it. And sometimes that could be tough. So one of the things that I do is I will allow Google, or in this case here, AI, to do the thinking for me, okay? So what I could typically start with is I want to be able to see what's trending or what's interesting in the world of topic name, okay? And this is what you should be doing as well, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to Google and I literally just typed in interesting news around AI, okay? Now first, I want to be able to see what's going on in the world about this thing. This is where I like you to think about the thing that is trending in your market right now, news. Okay guys, here's what I like you to do. Just copy and paste and import interesting news article in your market that you find interesting, that you feel is a great opener for a conversation. So sometimes it could be the case that you stumble upon an interesting article or news, but it's just still text. The question I would like all of you ask is then, how do you take that thing and make it visual and make it more interesting? Okay? So imagine this, okay? Imagine you took these few pictures, okay, and you used it in a video, very much like this one, okay? And you said, I'd like you to imagine that right now you're walking down the street and there's two restaurants next to each other. The first restaurant is like this one where it's packed with a long queue of people waiting in line, and the restaurant next to it that's completely empty. Now in your mind, what do you think is the first thing that comes to mind for most people? What do you think it might be? Well, chances are you guessed it right. It's probably that the restaurant with the long queue probably means that the food is better, even though you have no idea whether that's true or not. Hey, this is Thomas here, and one of the things that I discovered is that is the same thing when it comes to reviews. A lot of people look at reviews where even though they have got no prior experience with that specific company, but it tells them a pretty good indication on whether the product or the service that is being rendered is actually good or not. Okay, now notice what I'm doing here. Then that is when, because it's visual, that's when people will care about the numbers. That's when I can say, and it is said by studies that at least, I can't remember what that number is, 93% of online reviews all have an important impact when it comes to buying decisions, right? So my train of thought is to be able to think about what's viral and what's trending, or an important or an interesting thing, but sometimes that interesting fact, because it's just a factual thing that's boring. What we want to be able to do is, we want to think about, can we find an interesting illustration of that fact, whether it's a form of an image or a form of video, because now, and tell a story around it, because now people will care about your fact if they are interested in that hook, or that story, or that image, or that video. Right? That's how you start making your ads interesting. Okay? Show of hands if this makes sense so far. So I want to think about, are there any interesting media that is around that I can use to illustrate it so that it becomes more interesting? Can I tell a story around that thing? Okay? So here's how I would do it. Okay? And then I'll show you guys some examples. We might do it together. Okay. So one of the things that I realized is, let me share my screen here again. I found an article that says, from Business Insider, so obviously just another site for interesting type of news. So it says here, AI prompt engineer jobs pay $335,000 a year and don't even require a background in tech. Okay, guess what? That's an ad right there. That's a talking point. Okay, now how would that be an ad or a talking point? So maybe we'll do that right now. Okay, team, I'd like you to, in a few moments from now, I'm going to shoot this ad. We will start from picture in picture, just like what it is that we're seeing right now. You will cut out and crop the top part where it shows all of the different tabs. So maybe move my face to the bottom right. Okay, we'll start it like this. Okay, and it will be like this. And then maybe when I do this, this means to swap over to widescreen when I don't want to be sharing my screen anymore. Okay, so watch out for this signal. Okay, this ad is for the Future of AI Summit, where the hook or the angle is about AI prompt engineers. Okay, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2. I just stumbled upon this news article that says AI prompt engineers pay up to $335,000 a year and you don't even require a background in tech. Now, just to put things into context, $335,000 a year, if you compare it with the average income per year, I just took a look at this chart. I had no idea, but Monaco was the number one with 186,000. So this means that a prompt engineer's salary is actually double of the average income per year that's ranked number one. In the US, the average is about $70,000 a year. And you know what that means? It's 4 times higher than the average income in the US. And in Malaysia, where I'm from, let's not even begin, $10,000. Basically, it's 33 times more than the average Malaysian. Now, what does this mean for you? Hey, this is Peng Joon here, and right now, I'm here to show you that when it comes to AI, understanding how to utilize AI, they call this prompt engineers. Now, engineering, I don't know about you, sounds like a really fancy, complicated thing. You probably know that in the Asian culture, every parent wants their kids to be either doctors, lawyers, or engineers, or accountants. And if you're not one of these 4 things, then you are a failure. Well, the good news is, maybe I finally can redeem myself and to become an engineer. And in this case here, a prompt engineer. Now, what is a prompt engineer? A prompt engineer is just basically something or somebody that knows how to talk to AI and understands the prompts to put in order to train AI to give you an output that is going to best maximize your results, whether it's writing copy, whether it's graphics, whether it's coding, and to be able to do that with no coding. And this is where I want to be able to invite you to the future of AI, a live event that I'm putting on to show you exactly how you can make that happen, to be able to integrate AI into your sales process so that you can take your existing business and take it to new heights, or if you don't have to do a business, to be able to start a profitable one around AI because the opportunities are massive. If that's you, if you want to be able to start applying AI in your business because it's either going to be the worst of times for some or the best of times for those who knows how to use it, then click on this link below, get yourself registered, and I'll see you there. Okay, so notice what I did. I started off again from a talking point. I just found some sort of trending thing that is happening on the internet. I'm able to latch onto it. Okay, so thought process, okay, methodology. How can you just churn out ads based on news or what's viral or what's trending? Okay, so notice that number one, I just search for news, but news on its own is boring. How can I take this news and link it to something that tells a story? How can I make it visual? I have trouble spelling. Yeah, visual. Okay. Or can I utilize some sort of media? So this could be an image, a video, right? And connect this news so that it's interesting, right? Because news, like 93% of people base their judgment on a business or a service, is not that interesting, right? But if I can link it to a visual, right? Imagine this image is a packed restaurant, right? I'm telling a story around that thing. That's when people will care about the news. Now that is when I can link it to the third thing, which is basically the ad, or rather the offer. And in this case here, I linked it to what it is that I do, right? So, which is the invitation event. Now, again, it doesn't matter whether it's an event, whether it's a training, whether it's a course, whether it's a webinar. This is how you start creating different angles over and over and over again. That's always fresh. That's always current. By talking of, what's happening in the world right now. Now, retargeting has a few different angles. I'll show you like the main ones, okay? Now, the first one for retargeting, it could be just objection-based, okay? Objection-based retargeting, which is for people that landed on the page but didn't sign up. Now, objection could be a variety of reasons, okay? It could be price points, it could be time, it could be inconvenience, it could be something else, okay? So this is where I want to be able to tackle some of these objections through an ad. So typically it's one objection per ad, okay? Okay, Elvin, let's shoot the last, maybe we'll shoot one or two more, and after that I'll show you guys how you can apply this. Okay, so we'll go back to the handheld mic. We'll come over here, and now typically for an objection-based retargeting ad, I want to think about what the objection is. Okay, so maybe things like, oh, it's interesting but it's not applicable to me, or it's not for me, it's for business owners. So I want to be able to just think about all these different objections when I'm shooting the video, because that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so just think about your objections in your market. Okay, so we can start shooting. Okay, team, this would be retargeting ad based on objection, which I've not thought about yet. It'll come to me when we start this video. Okay, but this objection-based retargeting, take number one. I'm going to start off with this question, which is why? Hey, this is Peng Joon here, and I noticed that you landed on the page Future of AI Summit, and I invited you to join me at this event to walk you through the application of AI in your business to help you get more leads, more sales, more conversion, more reach, more revenue. But somehow you didn't sign up, and I was wondering why. Now I thought to myself, it only could be just one of these few reasons. Number one, maybe you saw the different coding over here with all these complicated looking alien technology alphabets and you thought yourself, AI is not for me because it must be for those programmers and for the really smart people. When in fact, it's actually the other way around. AI has made a lot of the smartest people, programmers, the best writers in the world, and a lot of different professions completely obsolete, or at least eliminated half of them. And in fact, if anything at all, it is about how normal average people can utilize AI to talk to these different softwares in order to help you become a better writer, a better creative person, or a better business owner to utilize it in your business to help you get more reach and more sales and more profit. So if you want to be able to utilize AI and integrate it in your business, or if you don't have a business and you want to be able to ride on the biggest opportunity right now to create new offers around AI, then I want to be able to remind you, because this event is starting soon and I've got no intentions to do this live event anytime soon. So get yourself registered. I just want to make sure you didn't miss out, and I'll see you there real soon. Okay, so team, this is retargeting ad for people that visited but did not buy a ticket. Okay, so this would be like the most basic retargeting. Landed on funnel step but didn't do that step. Okay, and just straight up reminding them on doing that step. Starting off with angry face. Okay, ad beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2. I noticed that you landed on this page, the Future of AI Summit, but somehow you didn't register your ticket. Now, I don't know if you're busy on those dates. I don't know if you have a date. I don't know if you've got something more important than the Future of AI, and I'm not sure why you didn't register. Okay, I was thinking really hard. Maybe because it's the logo over here, where I know it looks like a sign that you might be offended by. Maybe it's this thing that offended you. I have no idea. But I just wanted to make sure that you didn't miss out, because this event is going to transform businesses. And I know that if you're equipped, it is always said that people will have first movers advantage when it comes to a new technology. And if you want to be able to utilize AI, whether it's in your business or to build a new one, this is the time where it's going to be the best of times for some or the worst of times for some. And you got to be able to decide which side you want to be on. But the ship is sailing because the event is starting soon, so I just wanted to make sure you didn't miss out. Get yourself registered, and hopefully I'll see you there real soon. I know that this session today was a little bit different from what it is that we typically do, where I showed you behind the scenes to what it is that I did. It's been a while since we did that. Alright guys, thank you all so much, and until then, keep taking action, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, bye everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if they're right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below, and my team will be in touch with you.